Welcome back to day 39 of learning to read Chinese, and today we are learning about farming, agriculture. That's our new topic. And please let me select the window. It's not. Is this working? Yes. Okay. First character of the day, sheng. Sheng. Mostly, we're using this to refer to provinces in China, those administrative divisions. Ministry. Like a government office. The Emperor's living quarter. Well, that clearly would be not a very common usage nowadays because we don't have emperor anymore. Why are those the definitions you have in here? Huh? Why'd you put these here? Like ministry and the emperor's living quarter in his palace. Why are those prioritized over like these, which are very commonly used?
我不知道。
Did you do this?
我不记得了。
This is completely not.
我不记得了。
What is this even in this context? Showing.
身躯属教嘛，这个都是讲的那个。
Okay. In the context of the chapter, we're talking about different subdivisions of land. So in this context, this is referring to emperor's province. This is referring to province, but I would say that it more commonly refers to the what? This is really weird. I feel like this doesn't need to be here. Government. Hold on. Like these sorts of meanings. What? These are not relevant here. Okay, refresh. Our first character, Sheng, in this context, referring to the administrative division, a province. Like we have states in the United States. Most other countries in the world have provinces. But Also very commonly used 省 for decrease, economize, save, avoid, remit, or remove. So like this would be like saving money or saving the trouble, stuff like that. Go in here, you'll find words. Like 省俭 for frugal, 省力 for saving labor or saving effort. 省略 omit. 省钱 is saving money. 省事 saving trouble. 省心 saving worry. Stuff like that. But in this context, we are talking about provinces. Got an alternate reading here. 省 means to examine oneself critically. Examine one's thoughts and conduct. Being aware, being self-aware, being conscious. Can also mean visiting your parents or elders. So this would be the 省 in, is it? Yes. In the word 反省, which is to reflect on yourself or question yourself or do some soul searching. He uses this character for that. Chu is an area, a district, a region, or an administrative division. It can also mean to distinguish. So if you say like 区分, because 分 also has the meaning of distinguishing or setting apart. So 区分 means to distinguish. 区别 is distinction. Like, what is the difference between these two things? 区别. But in this context, we are once again talking about the administrative division. A district. 这个声音。属 again, we're talking about official bureau, like the board or the deputy. But this also has the meanings of arrange or dispose. 部署 like a what?
Yeah, 部署 arrange.
But then why does it say this is 制?
这个你不去改。
Okay. 部署 is a deployment.
Yeah.
And 签署 is to sign, like sign your name or sign off on something. 公署, 官署, this is official bureau, like administrative division. 郊, this is used in words like 郊区. If you put this together with this 郊 and this 区, 郊区 is the suburbs of a city. 郊外 would be the outskirts. 村 is a village or in the countryside. Can also mean vulgar, rustic, stupid, foolish, simple, because of those sorts of stereotypes that come from people live in the country, like the whole country bumpkin thing, I guess. But because rural living tends to be more simple and rustic, so it also has those kinds of meanings. But the literal meaning is referring to a village. 镇. Here we're talking about a town. a town is called 镇. But it could also refer to a garrison post, like a guard station, or to press down, weigh down, or suppressed. So the meanings of ballast and weight. Ballast is like the heavy stuff that you put in a boat, or like the bags that fill with water so that the boat sits lower in the water. So it's got those meanings as well. But here we are only referring to a town. Like a small city sort of town. Tun could also be a village or a camp or a garrison. This was something that the military does. Where there's wasteland, you kind of clear it out and make it into farmland so you can have produce from it. And this is also a military operation that's carried out by military troops. So when you've got troops stationed in an area, you say 屯兵, 屯集, and you assemble troops. 屯守, 屯戍, 屯田. So 屯田 is when the troops live there and they farm. So that's what that's about. 店 is a warehouse, an inn, a shop, or a fair. I think usually if you say an inn, that's gonna be called like 旅店 would be a hotel. I'd say probably most commonly this is used for shops. So like 店主 is the shopkeeper, 店员 is the shop employees. 店铺. When you say shop here, 店铺 refers to like the physical building that the shop operates out of. 店面 would be the shop front. Gung. This is a funny looking radical. Let's see that. It's meant to resemble that tool. On the right is jing, alright, which is a well. Gung is a plow. So that's that tool that you're using on the land, right? To till the land, cultivate, sow seeds, devote oneself to. Devote. Specifically, devoting yourself to some sort of job or enterprise or undertaking, that sort of thing. So, 耕地 is referring to tilling or plowing the land. 耕读, in the context of 耕读, 读 refers to studying, reading books. It's part of your education, and 耕 here would refer to work. So that'd be like work, study. So because farm labor can be one of the oldest forms of labor, everybody knows that it's hard work. So you can also use this to refer to work in general, not just farming. But strictly speaking, this refers to tilling the land for cultivation. 云 is to hoe, weed, get rid of, or remove. When it says assiduously study, talking about weeding, as in when you pull the weeds out and you throw them away. This is 心情共读. Is this commonly used?
这个云 yeah.
For studying?
这个云就是应该是什么？好土吧？
Is the meaning
weed out the weeds?
Yeah, but is it also commonly used
耕耘对啊
for
经常用的
studying hard?
Yeah.
How would you use that in a sentence?
就是说他在这个就是在这个 field 里边耕耘啊，就这么用的呀。
Okay, so I guess it's not like by itself though, just put together usually.
通常是这个放在一起用。
Usually these two are put together.
Yeah. 但是这耕的话呢，就是单个用是用的。
So this 云 doesn't really get used by itself.
Yeah.
Mostly only gets used as a pair with 耕, but 耕 gets used by itself.
为什么？很明显嘛，你耕这个云才管，你光云你不耕没用的呀。云只是weed out weeds，你不种对吧？耕你就要种啊。
Okay. Anyways, 耕耘 is a 耕耘 is a. Where'd you put that in the window? Did you get rid of it? No, it's here. Ah! What is going on with the OBS window? Alright, so that's 耕耘 is plowing and weeding. What else is a word? Pair. Like this too. 村镇. 村镇 is also used as a word. Like a small settlement, a hamlet. Smaller than a village. I mean, these are both individually, they're pretty referring to small settlements. Like Cun is a village and Zheng is a small town. I guess you put Cunzhen together, like multiply it and it becomes even smaller, something like that. Anyhow, these all have the same thing on the left side. I'm pretty sure it's meant to resemble some kind of farming tool. This.
哦，这个楼。
这个边旁。
哦，左边这个边旁啊。
对，这几个字都有的。
是
不是那个东西
？Yeah， 就是那个东西。
Yeah, it's that farming tool.
Yeah， 就是耕地，反正就是爬地之类的用的那个。
Like rakes, tills, plows, all that sort of this big spiky thing that you use to break up the earth.
Yeah， 就这类东西都是。左边你看一下那个。
Lo is an animal drawn seed plow. So this is a particular device. You got a video here. Where is it? Here it is.
捞不动了呀。这一块漏了，漏没漏了。
See, it's like a cart. It's like a cart that you push. It's got wheels.
Square seeds, basically.
Yeah, so you put the seeds in the little. You watch it go. How is this supposed to work? No, because there's not that many videos demonstrating this, you know. This one's pretty clean, I think. Maybe just skip around a little. Anyway, so this is those little... Here is for breaking up the earth as you roll it over on the wheel, and then there's like the little this part here that scatters the seeds as they filter through the gears onto the soil, and then that's how they're gonna grow. So that's what this thing is. Is this device. Seed plow. Pot is a rake. Very simple, very straightforward. You call it paza because it's an object. It's got an alternate reading. Ba. This one's a verb. It refers to harrowing the ground, which is the action that you take with a rake. So, pretty sensible. Bo, it's to sow seeds, broadcast, spread, distribute over an area, or be dispersed. So, originally, in the farming context, obviously we're talking about spreading seeds over the field. This is a... Wow, this makes no sense. Anyways, now we also use it for broadcasting, like this live stream is called 直播. Or if you talk about radio broadcasting, 播音, 播放, these sorts of things. Broadcasting information, waves over distance, whether it's sound or video or what have you. We also use this. 播. Pong. Here's another one with that funny little tool over here. Pong means to use a hoe to till soil. Many of these have pretty similar meanings. Cultivate pong. Di pong. These are kind of words this is used in. Jiao. Jiao means to disturb. If you say like you... Is it that one? Dajiao, right? Very common word. Dajiao for disturbing, troubling, or bothering somebody. That's this one. Jiao, also for stirring, mixing, acting willfully, and making a scene. That'd be like... 脚七念三 It's apparently a word. Phrase. Jiao Hun. No, I haven't heard of that either. But this meaning of stir or mix or disturb. Here we're talking about stirring and mixing. You got like 搅拌, 搅动, 搅混, 搅和. These are for mixing and blending. And if you're talking about like ingredients in your cake recipe or something like that. But we also have 搅乱 for like messing up. 搅闹, causing a disturbance. A different sense of mixing up. Here is 搅拌. 拌 means to blend, mix, and stir. It can also refer to... I'm pretty sure I know what this means. DOS. This is a British term. What else have we got? What? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't think this is supposed to say that. I think this is supposed to say toss. DOS means something else. Sometimes there's typos in here. Blend, mix, and stir, toss. A very, like, cooking related term. It could also mean quarreling. So 搅拌, when you put it together, if this means stir and mix, and this also means stir and mix, then 搅拌 means stirring and mixing, agitating, and making into a mixture. Non refers to agriculture, farming, farmers, anything related to agriculture uses non. 垦 means to reclaim wasteland for cultivation. 灌 灌溉 is another word using both these characters together. And 灌溉 means to irrigate. So you'll see this is listed in both ways. Irrigate. Now 灌 also has the meanings of pour, fill, drink, wash. Including, you see, drink by force is like if you're pouring a drink down someone else's throat, that sort of thing, like 灌酒, when you want to get someone drunk, that sort of thing. 灌输 is probably going to be the word here. 灌输. He's like, you're pouring, because this shu is also like inputs, right? So it does mean irrigate literally, but then it also has the figurative extended meaning of like indoctrination with like ideology, stuff like that. Anyways, here though, 灌溉 is the word. 盖 has the meanings of irrigation, cleansing, irrigating farmland so that it grows better. All your plants are watered. 鱼 is fisherman or to fish. Things related to fishing. You'll see that this on the right, 鱼 is a fish, like the noun, the animal. And then on the left, you got this water. So this refers to fishing, the activity. And also extended from that to plunder, rob, or seek.
请练习今天新学的字。
Similarly, 猎 refers to hunting, like hunting game, birds, deer, whatever other animals. Hunting, and also with, similar to the fishing one, additional figurative extended meanings like seek or seize. Generally, if you talk about going hunting, you'll say 打猎, or 打 is like hitting or shooting. So you'll see here, like, anything related to hunting uses this word in it. 猎场 is the hunting ground, the field. 猎狗, hunting dog. 猎枪 is the gun that you use when you hunt. 猎人, 猎手 is the person who hunts. these sorts of things. 泊船 is also a word. 泊船 is referring to a lighter or a barge. So those flat-bottom vessels used for shipping, they don't have their own propulsion. So they need to be pulled by tugs or pushed by pusher boats. So it's just like a big platform, basically, sort of vessel for shipping and transport of goods, sometimes passengers. The distinction from other types of vessels is that they're unpowered and they need to be attached to a powered vessel for propulsion purposes. What also has the meanings of particolored, variegated, or heterogeneous. Or refute, rebuke, rebut, 驳回, reject, 驳复, refute, 驳议, 驳正. Yeah, so it also has that meaning for like in arguments and debates and stuff. So those would be the three. One for lighter barges, which you'd call 泊船. 船 refers to ships and boats. And the meaning 驳杂, because 杂 refers to things that are variegated and kind of messy, different, all sorts. So if you put 驳 and 杂 together, that's going to be the meaning of miscellaneous, assorted, mixed up, heterogeneous. Okay. 泊船 refers to any sort of boat, ship, or water-going vessel. This is the generic word. It's not really a specific type of boat or anything. Usually you'd combine this with other characters that refer to specific types of boats or vessels. Such as here, 泊船. We specify 泊船and then you know what type of boat it is. Or you say like a sail on a sailboat is called 帆, so a sailboat is called 帆船. Then also anything related to boats is going to use this character. So like 船厂 for the shipyard, or 船东 for the ship owner, 船夫 for the boatman, 船工 the builder, sorts of things. Or any parts of a boat or related to a boat or any sorts of things like that. Generic word of or relating to boats. Tight, you'll see this has a wood on the bottom. So this tight refers to firewood, bundles of sticks that you use to start fires. And also, sort of metaphorically, you refer to lean meat or a thin person, like a really skinny, twiggy person. Using in like 骨瘦如柴. If you say, oh, he's so skinny, his bones are visible like his bundle of sticks, right? 柴米油盐. That's firewood, rice, oil, and salt. So that refers to your daily necessities. 柴 朋 this on the right is 朋, like the one for friendship. Yeah, wood on the left. It tells you that this is referring to a thing that's built out of wood. Specifically a shed, a canopy, a shack, a kiosk. Sort of little hut out of which some official operates doing his little job. It keeps you safe from the rain or the sun. Little wooden structure. Cui means to cook food, so it's got the fire on the side because you use fire to cook food. And 热 means to warm up or heat up. 热 refers to anything warm, hot, just high temperature, heat. And also, similar to the way we do in English, 热 can also refer to like intensity of feeling. So fervent or ardent. Something's like all the rage and it's super popular. Or radioactive. That's another one. Noisy. Deep affection, you could say. Ardent. Excited. They're all kind of abstractly related. And this is one of those where it doesn't have that like fire on the side. It's got the fire on the bottom. Those 4 dots on the bottom represent the burning fire. Mu means to herd or breed livestock. So like shepherds, a herdsman called muming, 牧师. 牧师 as a pastor, like a clergyman. I think this is because of that whole idea of like guiding the disciples like they're sheep or something like that. 牧童 is a cowboy. 牧羊 is referring to tending sheep. So 牧羊人 is a shepherd. So is anything relating to herds and pastures and the animals that live on pastures. 畜 means to raise animals, cultivate or bring up livestock specifically. It could also be to accumulate. I'm not sure when that is coming in. Like 蓄积, because 积 also means to accumulate, right? So then you put that together. Phrase accumulate or store goods. 畜牧 or 牧畜 is going to refer to rearing livestock, animal husbandry. Could go in either order. And the place where you do it is the 畜牧场, right? The livestock farm, the animal farm. 畜产 would be the products that you get from this enterprise. And this is the alternate reading, same character. When you refer to the animal itself, you use 畜. 畜 is the farm animal, livestock. 畜 is the verb of raising these animals. 粪. This refers to manure or dung. So it's also going to be like when you apply manure to the soil as fertilizer. You'd also use this character for doing that. But it's referring to excrement, dung, droppings, manure. Generally, this is going to be for animals' poo, not people's. Sure, excrement is another term. I think this one is probably more universal. Could be used to refer to people's and for animals. Fun is mostly used for animals because it also has that that fertilizer application?
Not really.
Not really?
No, 都用的。
What 都用的？
不管了呀，粪和屎都是人和 animal 都用的呀，一样的。
Yeah, but I just feel like 粪 is more frequently used in the context of agriculture.
Yeah, 这倒是。Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And that's the same as when you say manure in English. If you're talking about manure, you're generally talking about poo that's being used as fertilizer. So that's why this is the accurate translation here.
对，这个倒是对的。
Yin is a smoke, mist, or vapor. Can also mean when your eyes are irritated by smoke. You just squint and you can't open them. And it can also refer to cigarettes, pipe tobacco, opium, various drugs that are imbibed by smoking. You say 抽烟 for smoking cigarettes or smoking a pipe, smoking tobacco. So all these things that are related to like tobacco, smoking, tools, or equipment, those aren't good words. Anyway, so like 烟袋 is a type of pipe. 烟道, 烟蒂, 烟斗, 烟缸. These are all related to smoking. What else we got here? Most specifically tobacco or opium. But it's also just referred to smoke in general, not drug related. And you put 粪烟 together because don't you burn as fuel sometimes? Right?
Hmm?
I think so. Right?
你说什么？
你说像牛粪之类的 is burnt as fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why this is together here.
Yeah, 是粪烟，对呀。
Yeah, okay, so that's 32 characters for today. And you remember, not just to practice the ones from today, but also all the ones from before. And what happened here? Did you do stuff here before?
我现在在改进一下，有点问题，我现在正在改。
He's working on changing the algorithm so that the practice is more efficient. But in the meantime, you do want to make sure that you do some review.
这个怎么会这么多？
That's interesting. So today when I hit the practice button, it did not first give me the ones from today's lesson that I just learned. Which it was doing before, which was good. Okay, well here they are. These are the ones from today. Bo yu jiao ban guan gai no kan lie chuan bo 才烹热吹雨木是烟触把 Sure. Okay, so then we just got through all the ones. All the new characters that we learned today. And remember to hit your daily quota for reviewing the past ones. Gonna end the stream here. See you next time.